Alright, this week we're going to do a little bit of palette knife painting, abstract palette knife painting with acrylic paint. I say abstract because we're not looking to definitely create something in particular. It can just be loose shapes and loose blended color. If you actually want to attempt to draw something with your palette knife, that's perfect. You can do that. There's going to be a video for you to watch besides my demonstration here of another artist doing a palette knife painting. They're going to be using multiple colors. They're going to be using some brushes as well, creating some really cool abstract art. We're going to keep ours pretty simple though. We're going to use just a little bit of color. I've got the primary colors here, red, yellow, and blue. Plus I'm going to add a little bit of white. So I'm only going to select two of the primary colors. I think I'll just go with a little bit of blue, a little bit of red. And so what I'm going to do is squirt. When that acrylic paint dries, I tell you, it plugs up everything. So I'm going to squirt a little bit of blue on this end of my canvas. Okay? And this is what you're going to get as well. I'm going to give you a squirt of whichever two primary colors you choose. So in my case, I'm going to choose a little red, I'm going to choose a little blue. And that's what we're going to work with. Now, acrylic paint, if it dries, it will stain, it will be permanent, and so you want to make sure that you are being very careful with the paint, and if you get it on, you want to immediately try to rinse it off. Okay? I like to paint in painting clothes, especially around home, so that I don't ruin anything nice. Okay. I'm also going to have a tissue, and that's going to be for wiping out my brush as I change color. The idea of this simple painting is that I want to show all of the colors and the combinations, just get some movement, action going in our painting. So I'm going to scoop a little of that blue, and I'm just going to drag it on my canvas. I want it to look loose. I want it to be, you know, kind of looking like there's motion and movement. And then I want to wipe in between color changes because I really want to keep it as clean as I can. So I'm going to pull some of that red into this. Oh, cool. Okay. And somewhere in between the red and the blue, I want it to blend and give me some purple sort of effects in there. Okay. Again, keep wiping. At some point, I'm going to add a little bit of white, and I'm putting them all off to the side so you can just kind of scoop them and use them as you see fit, and then in the end you can just blend those out as well. Okay, so I got a little white at the top there. I'm going to bring that in here and drag that through. Oh yeah. I like working on angles when I do this. It just gives that feel of motion. So I'm getting some nice lavenders going in there. Okay, I'm just going to pull that red nice and large there. Go ahead and use that up. This is fun. Okay, so I want to be careful as I go near the edge. I don't want to run off the edge and paint all over the table. You're going to have a little placemat underneath yours to help you with that. Scoop some of that. So you know when I mix red and white together, that's a tint. I get some pink, so I should have some pink showing here. And guys, I'm not even trying to completely cover the entire canvas. That's not the object of this. It's just to show some of that fun movement, blending, color. Okay, so now I got a tint of the blue, which makes a nice light blue sort of color there. Okay. And again, I'm just having fun, just moving around. And again, I'm just keeping mine very loose, very abstract. Not trying to make it look like anything in particular. Just having some fun moving that paint. It's nice and smooth. Sometimes people say it's satisfying to watch or to actually do this type of painting. It is fun. I do enjoy it. Okay, so, and what's cool about abstract is when you change the direction, it kind of changes what you might be seeing in your picture there. Okay, I'll go back in and add a little more weight to the middle of this. Ooh, careful, it squirts out like that. It sprays all over the place, like it just did on me. So I'm going to wipe that off my leg real quick before it dries and ruins my pants here. Okay, so now I got a little more white. nice big swipe of white. I don't want to cover all that up. I don't want to lose all of that. So I want to get that movement. I want to get that motion going and stuff like that. And if I work out to the edge, I do. If I don't, I'm not worried about it. These are very quick style of painting. Let me put a little more red on the outside edge here so I can kind of get a little balance there. So I'm going to scoop some of that to bring it back over here, a little bit up there. Okay, maybe some down there. All right. But again, I'm just trying to create a really cool sort of blended effect. I love it. That lavender that just made right there. That's really pretty. Spread that some more. I gotta be careful on my table here when I get to the edges. Yeah, doing that nice and smooth. What I don't want to do is overblend it. If I overblend it, it's just gonna all cancel each other out and just turn into a muddy sort of color. That's the one thing I don't want. I want to see the red. I want to see the blue. I want to see the white showing through. I want to see the tints of pink and lavender, the light blues showing through. I want to see all of that. That's nice lavender right there. That's nice. Right in that area. Look at that nice lavender blend right there. Put some of that red down into there. Yeah, that's nice. That is nice. Pull that down like that. Yeah. Good stuff. Okay, again, keep wiping it off with my towel. Now it's really red dominant right now, so I think I'm going to bounce it off with a little bit more blue. So put a little square of blue up here, and then just a little drop of blue down here. This one's turning out to be quite patriotic looking, which is kind of cool. Okay, so just again, just drag with that knife, just kind of move that paint around. Nice blast of blue right there. Put some nice blue down this corner here. Blend that in. Again, not trying to make anything happen in particular other than the motion and the movement. And as you're doing it, you start to see stuff. Like, oh, I like that right there. I want to add something right there. And you get some cool things happening. And that's all I'm after, just to get that fun feel of paint moving like that. Maybe I can another squeeze of weight right there. Now you won't have quite this much paint because you may not have much time as well. But this is just to demonstrate it for you. Let you have some fun with that at home. And enjoy palette knife painting. Okay. Now we're not using a brush, but you could use a brush to smooth out some of those colors. That's kind of fun as well when you do that sort of thing. But we're going to just let ours remain just the palette knife and keep it just a straight palette knife. And just a little more white right there. So I kind of cover it up, part of my color there. There we go. Yeah. Nice streak of white right there. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. And that's fun. That's fun stuff. All right. So give that a try. And if you don't have a palette knife, if you don't have acrylic paints, that's okay. Just have some fun being creative. But if you can get some of those things, this is a fun technique to try. Okay. And you guys are using just some simple plastic palette knives. That's sufficient. I happen to have a metal one because I do a lot of these. I want my palette knife to last. And so I've got several different ones that I use at home here. So, okay, so have some fun with that. Oh, look at that nice color change right there. Beautiful. Okay. So have some fun with that abstract palette knife painting. Okay.